Perfect? Bang on my chest if you think I'm perfect. Go ahead, bang on it.
No heart?
You gotta have heart. Miles and miles of heart.
This is Patchwork Heart Ministries' Young Catholics Respond, brought to you by Breadbox Media. Now, here's your host, Bill Snyder.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's program. I am Bill Snyder. This is Young Catholics Respond, and thank you so very much for joining us today on the program. I want to remind you that you can always head over to our website, patchworkheart.org, to learn more about our ministry and mission here to sow hope into broken hearts. We always have a lot going on, and I would encourage you to head over to our website to check it out and support us. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about ourselves today because I have a wonderful guest with me. His name is AJ Garcia. He is a husband, father of 4. He works for Focus as the director of Parish Advancement and has been in ministry over 10 years in diocesan and nonprofit work. AJ, welcome to the program, man, and thank you so much for joining me today on Young Catholics Respond.
Bill, how you doing? Thanks so much for the invitation, opportunity to be with you. It's great.
Of course, man, of course. And I just want to, say at the beginning of the program, it's awesome to know you and work with you in the capacities that we have already. As a fellow Milwaukeean here in the Diocese of Milwaukee, you've just done some amazing work and some great work. But I want to delve into your story a little bit and your personal faith journey, and then also talk about the awesome work of Focus in today's interview. So let's talk first a little bit about your faith journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, thanks, Bill. It's been a pleasure. Likewise, getting connected here the last few years and getting to collaborate on a few things. So thank you for all that you do here as well. Myself, I grew up here in the Milwaukee area and was just nominally Catholic. And, as I look back at my experience now, a lot of things that happened along the way that maybe should have alerted me or just irked me a little bit more towards a life of faith. But went through the motions, mostly through confirmation, went to Mass kind of when it was convenient. And then going to college, a lot of different experiences that just challenged me and opened my eyes to what just a complete, full life of faith in the Catholic Church could be, what that could look like. And initially, I had a lot of Protestant evangelical influence when I went to college, just opportunities to attend large group type of sessions, whether it be like worship or even some Bible studies. And a lot of things that I dismissed, from the beginning. I'm like, nope, I'm Catholic. I'm good. I'll go to church when it works for me, and I'm set. That's what I need. And thankfully, just a couple of friends that continually pursued me and just continued to make those invitations in a way that wasn't pushy, that made me feel welcome or that I could attend at any time. And as I saw these people, pray, my first experience around people praying just spontaneously was a group of Protestants. And I thought, like, man, these people are crazy. Like, I don't think I even believe in this God that they're praying to, like just talking to him and like closing their eyes and putting their hands up. I'm like, I don't know about this. So I was like kind of turned off. And but I was interested. I was intrigued. I kept going back. And it took me a long time before I finally prayed in that setting. But I remember through that, just that pursuit of a few people that would make me feel comfortable and welcome there. And then how it just kind of opened up my own relationship with Jesus. And I still clung to being a Catholic. Like, I knew really nothing about it, just the answers to the questions. Could maybe recall a couple of the 10 Commandments, knew the sacraments, and that was about the extent of it. But their encouragement to have a personal relationship with Jesus really pushed me back into the Catholic Church in a way that helped me then to experience that relationship even more profoundly as I began to understand what the sacraments can add and bring into that growing relationship with Christ.
Awesome. Was there any of those Jesus moments? Was there any of those, aha moments for you in your faith journey as you started walking back closer to the Lord?
Yeah, during that time on campus, on college and as a grad student. The first one as a senior, I went on a mission trip to Mexico because I was convinced, this is my last chance. I'm a senior, I'm graduating. I'll never have an opportunity to do something like a mission again. So we went to Mexico, and it was a project where we taught kids Bible classes for a week, and there's a physical project also. but a part of our day was to go through a devotional. And this was a Protestant evangelical group I went with. So every morning we began with this reflection and time of prayer. And one of those days, they shared the statistic that, people that go on this sort of trip, they make a commitment while they're there, they go back and they fall right back into everything they'd always done. And I just remember begging God, praying, Lord, help me to be not one of these percentage. Help me to be the small percentage that stays firm, that can be committed and can live this out well beyond this. And so I left there, went back to campus, and fell right back into everything I was doing, and became that statistic, for in the immediate. But then I went to graduate school. So there's, a couple months in between there. Go to graduate school. And for some reason, I made the decision to go to Mass every Sunday for the first time in my life. There wasn't an invitation. There wasn't a specific challenge. It was just a decision I made. I'm going here. I'm going to make this change, do this every weekend. And which leads to kind of this next moment of understanding, coming to an understanding of who and what the Eucharist is. While I was going to Mass for several months, receiving Holy Communion, and had for several years before that, I never knew that Jesus was present, that his body, blood, soul, and divinity were there. So I was challenged by another Protestant group on campus as a Catholic. They're telling me I was wrong about something we believe and profess and know is true. And so I want to be able to defend that and tell them why we do that. But I didn't know. So it was the Eucharist. I had a priest that led me through, shared with me where I could understand more fully this teaching, pointed, of course, to the scriptures in John chapter 6. And as I understood this on an intellectual level, I just had more of an understanding. It's never complete, probably, but for the first time, realizing this is what we believe, profess, and do. And then I went to Eucharistic adoration. And it was something where the priest had been inviting me to for months. I didn't go, and I was just having this discovery. He invited me. I went, and just a moment in front of the Blessed Sacrament, that was just transformative and piercing, where people talk about head meets heart. That was it for me. I can still envision that tiny chapel at the campus we were at. But it was just a moment where my life changed, just in every possible way, of just being convicted of that truth and wanting to tell everyone.
Awesome. I just had that quote from Pope Benedict flash before my mind again when he talks about the Eucharistic adoration prolonging and intensifying the Eucharistic sacrifice. And what a great moment in your faith journey to realize, that Jesus is truly present, body, blood, soul, divinity, and really that core teaching of the church, that everything that we do revolves around the Eucharist. All the other sacraments that are bound up and oriented toward the Eucharist is what the Catechism says. So, what an awesome point of your journey. And then obviously it had to move it into mission in some way, right? You began to live that faith out, not only doing the missionary work that you had done in Mexico, but also living for Christ. And what did that look like as you moved out of grad school and into the workforce?
Yeah, that moment in that chapel was like I said, a pivotal moment. I just remember instantly, I want to tell everyone on this campus. I want to tell everyone I was confirmed with, all of my family. Yeah. And I really wanted to do that. I had no idea how. There was this excitement and passion, and I didn't know quite how to direct it. So at the time I was a graduate student. I was coaching football at the university. And then I made the decision, I'm going to come back next year. I'm going to be an intern at the Newman Center. I don't know what that's going to mean. I'm going to jump in, help out, leave football behind, and just jump into ministry. And it was also the same time that Focus sent a team of missionaries to that campus for the first time. So here I was, just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to go. And missionaries come in looking for someone like me at that time that was eager, wanting to learn and to receive some coaching and to be able to go out and go. So I learned from this team of missionaries who were recent college graduates. I think I was maybe even older than a few of them at the time, but they just witnessed to me an authentic life of what it means to be a young Catholic, just a Catholic in general, that what they were talking about, what they were saying aligned with their lives. They weren't perfect. They were striving to be holy. And it was something I'd really only seen in someone who was much older. So to see a peer do that was really appealing to me. They invited me in, helped me to develop a prayer life, taught me how to pray in adoration, what to do, how to pray with scripture, and just continued to add to my growing understanding of the vibrancy of the Catholic Church. And they invited me into mission. They're like, hey, you can lead someone now. Like, go to the area of influence you have on this campus and start a small group, start inviting people to know Jesus and share some of the same things we've been sharing with you so they can encounter him and know him in a new way. And so began doing that there as a graduate student. And then they invited me to apply to be a missionary. I went through that interview process and was invited to serve as a focused missionary, and was sent to New Jersey to Seton Hall University, and had just the joy and privilege of serving there in New Jersey for 3 years, and going on mission trips to the Dominican Republic, but just serving the men on the baseball team there was just a huge blessing and joy as I look back now, and to still keep in touch with some of those men. But that's where the mission began. That's where I learned to be a missionary. That's where, just so many things happened in my life that continue to influence and drive me today to be on mission, and what I learned in my own prayer life. And then went on to serve. I served there for 3 years, was married, and then continued to work for Focus at Winona State University.
Awesome.
Having the same opportunity to reach out to college students and build them up and send them out on mission alongside of us.
That's so awesome. And I know you do continue your work with Focus now, and you've just had some amazing. Your faith journey is awesome, and it's one that I think a lot of young people maybe going through their journey right now. Maybe people listening to this program may be in college. Do you have any words of wisdom for them? Those college kids out there listening to this now.
Yeah, I think, just to try and be present to the moment that you're in. And I look back at those times that I was experiencing, thinking like, not thinking how it might influence me in 10 years, but just know like where the Lord has you now, what he's doing in your heart. And, any sort of whatever program of study or job you have is not wasted. Like it's somehow the Lord is working in it and through it to prepare you for what is to come, what is next, whether it be your family or your professional endeavor. So it's hard to see and easy to be discouraged often, but I think knowing that like it's part of a bigger plan beyond what we can imagine will hopefully, just bring some peace, or at least some perseverance in those moments of despair and discouragement.
Awesome stuff. AJ, it's awesome to have you on. I just do have to take a short break here, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about your awesome work with Focus, and also the upcoming conference, Seek 2021. I can't believe we're saying Seek 2021, but here we are. So folks, take that short break right now. When we come back, we'll continue talking with AJ Garcia right back after these messages here on Young Catholics Respond.
The St. Raymond Nonatus Foundation for Freedom, Family, and Faith offers prayerful accompaniment for those who are affected by divorce and separation. We offer free online support meetings for those affected by divorce and for adult children of divorce. You can learn more about us at nonatus.org. That's NONNATUS.org. Text or call 215-870-9913.
Patchwork Heart Ministry and Fiat Ministry Network present Hear Your Faith, a brand new audio subscription service that features a growing collection of uplifting Catholic audio choruses, talks, and other exclusive content to help you grow deeper in your faith and knowledge of Catholicism. Subscribe today at patreon.com/patchworkheartministry.
Patchwork Heart Ministry is committed to sowing hope into broken hearts by helping young people encounter the love of Jesus Christ and His Catholic Church through prayer, storytelling, and media initiatives. We invite you to prayerfully consider supporting this mission financially. Mail your tax-deductible donation to Patchwork Heart Ministry at P.O. Box 563, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, zip code 53147. Or visit patchworkheart.org to donate online. That's Patchwork Heart Ministry, P.O. Box 563, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin 53147, or online at patchworkheart.org. At times it seems like the world today is filled with so much division, bigotry, and hatred. So it's up to us to make sure that we get back to the basics, and that is Jesus Christ and his message of faith, hope, and love. Faith, Hope, Love with John and Morgan Bender is a new project that seeks to do just that by engaging and inspiring Catholics within the Archdiocese of Milwaukee and beyond. Read personal faith stories, interviews, and news all by visiting the Faith, Hope, and Love blog.blogspot.com or follow us on Twitter at Johnny Bender MKE.
Hi everybody, Bill Snyder here. Just want to thank you for listening to this episode of Young Catholics Respond. And as a founder of Patchwork Heart Ministry, we have so much more going on than just our podcasts. Check it out at patchworkheart.org. Judy Hare was a bankrupt, homeless, drug-addicted college dropout on the brink of divorce, but is now a seminary graduate and devoted wife and mother of 4 children. What happened? Find out in her autobiography, Shattered: How God Restored My Heart and Life. Her journey of faith has been called brutally honest, truly inspiring, profound, heartbreaking, and life-changing. Shattered is available now for only $15 on her website, judyhare.com, on Amazon.com, or at your local Catholic bookstore. As Judy says, it is never too late to become the person you deserve and desire to be. So stop wishing for change and start doing something about it by reserving your copy of Shattered today.
The words spoken by Our Lady of Guadalupe to Juan Diego nearly 500 years ago are almost too good to be true. Asking that a temple be built at the site of her apparition, she promised that here I will give all my love, my compassion, my help, and my protection to all those who love me, cry to me, seek me, and who have confidence in me. Here I will listen to their weepings and alleviate all their sufferings, necessities, and misfortunes. My name is Alan Napleton, and I live in Dallas, Texas. I have visited her shrine in Mexico City dozens of times, bringing my own petitions, and have found Our Lady to be true to her word. Over the years, I have brought hundreds of pilgrims to this holy place without incidents, and have now founded Viva Guadalupe, a nonprofit that provides safe and inexpensive pilgrimages to Our Lady's shrine. If you would like to take our Blessed Mother up on her promise and learn more about how you can visit this special place of grace, please visit vivaguadalupe.org for more information.
Your heart is always beating, but you never have to think about it.
Welcome back to Young Catholics Respond. Once again, Bill Snyder.
Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of Young Catholics Respond. Today, my guest is AJ Garcia, and he is the director of Parish Advancement for Focus. And in the first half of the program, we talked a lot about his personal faith journey. And so go back if you're listening to this on the radio and listen to it on our podcast feed, so you can listen to AJ's amazing faith journey. But we wanted to kind of shift focus into what you are doing inside of the Focus organization. So tell us a little bit about this position of Director of Parish Advancement, because it's a little bit of a change from what the missionaries in college campuses are doing.
It is, right. Yeah. So a lot of people that are familiar with Focus, the Fellowship of Catholic University Students, think of as just that, outreach to university students. And primarily, it still is and has been for the last 20 plus years. There's currently 800 missionaries in 180 locations across the country, 5 international locations, and now 9 parishes. For the past 5 years, we've sent missionaries to parishes to carry out the same mission and vision that we're trying to live out, and encourage and inspire college students to grow and learn about Jesus, and then to step into mission as a layperson. Or it's inspired an incredible number of vocations. It's like over 900 some that have taken an active step of discernment to to join a religious order, to continue their discernment by entering the seminary. So it's amazing to see the fruit of the efforts on a college campus, but there's a significant need in our parishes and many, many more parishes. So we are trying to continue to learn how we can take that model that has been so fruitful and blessed by the Lord on campus and introduce it to a parish, inspire lives there. There's so many people that are eager and just waiting to have someone come alongside them, encourage, help them, just like I described, being mentored and discipled by a missionary to offer the same thing to people of all ages in the parishes. So it's been a joy to step in and be a part of the apostolate in that way. And and then next week we've got Seek 21. A lot of folks may be familiar with that. Normally looks like every year we gather for the Seek conference. This year, obviously much different, but we still have a similar aim and goal to inspire thousands. And it's going to be a lot different this year, but it will be, an interactive, immersive event that's going to bring people together in small groups to help them encounter the heart of the gospel and be ready to share it with others. So there's a lot of flexibility with what people can do at the conference this year. And, for people to easily scale up or scale down the number of people participating, depending on what a group or parish can do, depending where they're at in the country, what the guidelines are, but to just allow people to gather in small groups to watch a talk together. And the lineup is amazing, like it always is at our conferences. We've got they're all listed on our website, seek.focus.org, but Bishop Barron, Sister Miriam James, Sister Bethany, Curtis Martin, Dr. Shree, Leah Darrow, Jeff Cavins, Father Mike Schmitz, and then one I'm really excited about, Francis Chan, is going to be a part of the event on Sunday. So just an incredible lineup, like always, and a lot of flexibility with groups to meet for keynotes each evening. Saturday, there's a lot of options, a ton of different areas for content. Whatever someone is looking for, there's something for them, for them to build a schedule on Saturday. So the keynotes will be live each evening and Sunday afternoon. And it's going to be different than other years, but people are really excited, and there are going to be a lot of people that are really impacted and moved by this.
Yeah, it sounds like an amazing event. And if, parishes want to put this together, is there still opportunity for, young people to find? How do they go about finding their group and their, parish, or, how do people tap into this awesome, content?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, so we're encouraging people to register as a small group. There is an option to register as an individual viewer, but we really hope people experience this together as a small group. And some people are doing that in person. Others are doing that over Zoom because of their comfort or what they're permitted to do by their parish. So ideally, you'd sign up with a small group, find a group of friends, register a small group, and the price is great. It's right now $469 for a group of 10 to register and receive the link to be able to access the talk during the conference, and then also have the opportunity to have access to the talks for 6 months following the event. And then something we're doing this year that we haven't done before is following Seek for all of our post-campus participants and registrants in the conference. Dr. Shree and Curtis Martin, who's the founder of Focus, are going to be leading a Bible study on salvation history. So anyone who registers for the conference would have the opportunity to participate in that as well.
That's awesome. And again, the full schedule and everything is available on the website, seek.focus.org, and you can head over there and see all the details, the speakers, everything that you want to tap into. It's awesome. For those people who don't know a lot about Focus, about like how to join, is this open to the public, or is it only open to groups of Focus students?
Yeah, the conference for Seek, it's open to anyone and everyone. And I know there are a ton of parish groups, so adults that will be participating in this. And there will be content that is, yes, more broad for anyone, and really just focused on encouraging people where they're at in their own relationship with Jesus and the church. And then on Saturday, some options that are more specific to college students, and also some that are specific to adults in their state of life, parents or or I'm newly married, etc. So yeah, it's for anyone and everyone. You don't need to be on a Focus campus, know a Focus missionary, know about Focus prior to maybe hearing about it now for the first time. So anyone, yeah, check it out, seek.focus.org. Just a week away.
Yeah, this this COVID time has made things so accessible online, and so kudos to you guys for tapping into that and making that available for each and every person who wants to be, available. If you're a pastor of a parish, if you are a DRE, DYM, Director of Youth Ministry, whatever you might be, really think about this for your parishes. Think about this as an opportunity to draw people together, or virtually, or over small groups in your parishes, because what an awesome way to really grow the faith of people with amazing national, international speakers. When you look at this lineup of speakers, you're just going to be blown away by it. So folks, please head over to seek.focus.org. And AJ, is there anything else I'm missing, or anything else we should talk about as we're kind of getting close to winding up the episode here?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, I will say our events team and many others have just jumped in to make this Seek 21 such this far-reaching effort to adapt, to the times we're in. So our speakers are going to be going out with some of the groups that are gathering in person at some of our campuses, at parishes. So it won't be just watching from a screen, but we really want people to be able to encounter each other and to experience this together, since it's been such a hard year and we've been so far apart. And we've really tried to create this so there's reflection questions that will be shared with our registrants. So really just kind of easy to use, whether you've never led a small group before, like we don't want anyone to worry about that. Like, here are the questions to help you reflect and go through these after you watch the talk, to be able to just discuss and reflect personally, but also with this small group. So as you register, be directed to how to access those resources to really get as much as possible out of your experience.
That's awesome. Yeah, folks, really encourage you all to sign up for this, and get your group of 10. Again, it's pretty reasonably priced. What did you say it was for a group of 10 again, AJ?
I believe right now it may go up here, but $470 for 10 people to participate in and get access not only for next weekend, but to those talks for the next 6 months, and then have that opportunity to join Dr. Edward Shree and Curtis Martin for that Bible study after the conference as we head into Lent. Yeah,
that's awesome. And think about it, $47 for a 4-day conference. It's pretty hard price to beat. $47 a person for 4 days. That is an incredibly good price. So folks, jump on this stuff while you can, while the price remains stable. Jump on it, get your admission to it. And get your group of people. As AJ said, this is something that should be interactive. It should be something that is, in small groups. So it's awesome, the resources that Focus provides, and does amazing mission work across the campuses of colleges. So please support this endeavor. And AJ, I want to thank you again for coming on and talking about it with me here today on Young Catholics Respond. It's just been a pleasure having you on, and definitely have to have you back as you continue to do great work ministering to people across these parishes.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah, great to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Well, folks, until next time, from all of us here at Patchwork Heart Ministry, I'm Bill Snyder. Keep beating to your Catholic heart.
You've been listening to Young Catholics Respond, a radio initiative of Patchwork Heart Ministry. To learn more about our ministry and program, visit us at patchworkheart.org. Or to get exclusive access and early ministry updates, become our patron on Patreon by searching for Patchwork Heart Ministry.
Did you enjoy this podcast? Listen to other podcasts from Patchwork Heart Ministry by following Patchwork Heart Radio wherever you listen to podcasts.